Well, Akhtually, try it right now. Run your fingers along your own ribs. Drag them up the sole of your foot. Press into your own neck, your armpit, the soft spot under your arm. Nothing happens. No laughter, no squirming, no helpless, breathless panic. Now imagine someone else doing the exact same thing. Same fingers, same spots, same pressure. Suddenly you're gasping, twisting, begging them to stop. Same body, same touch. Completely different result. But the real reason is far stranger than you think. Because the thing that stops you from tickling yourself is not your skin. It is a hidden prediction machine buried deep in your brain, running silently every second of your life, quietly editing your reality before you ever experience it. And tickling is one of the only moments you can actually catch it in the act. Let's start with the simple question. Why are you ticklish at all? It seems almost useless, a strange little glitch that makes you laugh when someone pokes your ribs. But laughter is a strange response to being touched. Think about it. Why would being lightly grabbing on the most vulnerable parts of your body make you laugh instead of run? In 1897, two psychologists named G. Stanley Hall and Arthur Allen noticed something important. There are actually two completely different kinds of tickling. The first is the light, feathery kind, a single strand of hair brushing your arm, an insect crawling across your skin. They called it nismesis. It doesn't make you laugh. It makes you want to brush the spot, to check it, to get whatever it is off you. And that is the clue. That light tickle is an ancient alarm system. Your skin is covered in sensors, watching for exactly that sensation, because for millions of years, a light touch on your skin might have been a spider, a scorpion, a parasite, something small and dangerous crawling toward a place it should not go. The reflex to swat it away kept your ancestors alive. You still have it. Every time you slap at a phantom bug that isn't there, you are running software older than your species. But the second kind of tickle is the strange one, the one that makes you shriek with laughter. Hall and Allen called it gargalesis, and notice where it works. Your ribs, protecting your heart and lungs, your neck, where your arteries run close to the surface, your armpits, your belly, the soles of your feet. These are not random spots. They are the places a predator or an enemy would strike. They are your body's most defended, most vulnerable zones. So why do we laugh? Here's one leading idea. Ticklish laughter may be a form of play fighting. When a parent tickles a child, or two children tickle each other, they are rehearsing defense, protecting the vulnerable spots, learning to twist away, to guard, or to react. And the laughter is the signal that says this is safe, this is a game, we are bonding, not fighting. Tickling may be one of the oldest ways mammals build trust through touch. It is why so many animals, from rats to gorillas, make play sounds when tickled in their most vulnerable places. But that still leaves the deepest mystery untouched. If tickling is about vulnerable spots, your own fingers can reach almost all of them. So why can't you do it to yourself? To answer that, you have to meet the machine. Every single time you move, your brain does something almost unbelievable. Before your hand even starts to move, your brain sends the command to your muscles. But it also sends a copy of that command somewhere else, to a part of your brain that acts like a fortune teller. Scientists call this copy an efference copy, and its job is to predict, in advance, exactly what that movement is going to feel like. Think about what that means. Before your finger touches your rib, your brain has already calculated where it will land, when it will land, and how it will feel. It has run the whole experience as a simulation, a fraction of a second before it actually happens. And then it does something remarkable. When the real sensation arrives, your brain compares it to the prediction. If they match, if the touch is exactly what you expected, your brain turns the volume down. It cancels the sensation out. It says, "This is just me, nothing to worry about," and quietly deletes most of the feeling before it ever reaches your awareness. That is why you can't tickle yourself. Your brain saw it coming. It predicted the touch perfectly and erased the surprise. And a tickle without surprise is just a touch. Charles Darwin actually noticed a piece of this over a century ago. He wrote that to be tickled, the mind must not know the precise spot that is about to be touched. Unpredictability, he realized, was the whole point. But he had no way to explain why. It took modern neuroscience to find the machine doing the predicting. In the late 1990s, a neuroscientist named Sarah-Jayne Blakemore decided to test this directly, and she did something wonderful. She built a tickling robot. Here's how it worked. A person would move a lever with their own hand, and that lever controlled a soft foam piece that tickled the palm of their other hand. When the movement and the tickle happened at the same instant, exactly as the brain predicted, nothing, no tickle. The prediction canceled it out, just like your own finger does. But then Blakemore did something clever. She added a delay. She made the robot wait a fraction of a second between the person's movement and the tickle. And as the delay grew, something incredible happened. The tickle came back. The longer the gap between the prediction and the sensation, the more ticklish it felt, even though the person was technically tickling themselves. She also tried changing the direction, making the robot move at an angle to the hand. The mismatch broke the prediction, and the tickle returned. Think about what that proves. It was never about who was doing the tickling. It was about whether your brain could predict it. Break the prediction, even by a fraction of a second, and your own hand can tickle you like a stranger's. Blakemore, working with the motor scientist Daniel Wolpert, showed that this prediction happens in a specific place, deep at the back of your skull, in a structure called the cerebellum. It is your brain's simulation engine, constantly modeling the consequence of your own actions before they happen. And here's the thing. It is not doing this just for tickling. It is doing it for everything. That is the reframe that should stop you. Right now, your brain is not simply receiving the world, it is predicting it. Every time you reach for a cup, your brain predicts the weight before you lift it. Every time you speak, it predicts the sound of your own voice. Every step you take, it predicts the ground before your foot lands. You are not experiencing reality directly. You are experiencing your brain's prediction of reality, corrected by your senses only when the prediction turns out to be wrong. Your whole life feels stable and smooth for one reason. Your brain is quietly deleting everything it already saw coming. It keeps only the surprises, the prediction errors, the things it didn't expect. Tickling is just the one place where you can feel that deletion happening. Now here's the counterintuitive twist, and it is a strange one. Some people can tickle themselves. For most of us, the prediction machine works flawlessly. But in some people living with schizophrenia, that self-monitoring system doesn't work the way it should. And researchers found that some of them can, in fact, tickle themselves, feeling the full sensation from their own hand. The prediction that should cancel it out is weakened or missing. And this points to something profound. The same machine that stops you from tickling yourself is the machine that tells you which thoughts and actions are yours. It is the reason you know that the voice in your head is you, that the hand reaching for the cup is your hand, that you are the author of your own movements. When that machine falters, the line between self and world starts to blur. Some scientists believe that the feeling, reported in schizophrenia, that one's own actions or thoughts are controlled by an outside force, may come from the same broken prediction that lets a person tickle themselves. The failure to predict your own touch and the failure to recognize your own mind may be two faces of the same crack. Sit with that for a second. The trivial fact that you can't tickle yourself, the silly thing you tested at the start of this video, is powered by the exact same system that gives you a sense of self at all. So think again about that first moment. Your fingers on your own ribs. The strange, flat nothing you felt. You thought it was boring, a dead end, a body that just doesn't respond. But it wasn't nothing. It was the sound of your brain working perfectly. It was your prediction machine catching your own hand before it could surprise you, doing in an instant the same thing it does for every movement you make, every word you speak, every step you take. It was the quiet proof that somewhere behind your eyes, a silent fortune teller is running the world a half second ahead of you and keeping only the parts you didn't see coming. You can't tickle yourself because your brain already knows what you're about to do, and that, more than almost anything else, is what makes you you. So the next time someone reaches for your ribs and you collapse into helpless laughter, remember what is really happening. Their touch is a surprise your brain could not predict. It slipped past the machine. For one breathless second, something reached you raw and uncensored exactly as it happened, before your brain could edit it away. That is what a tickle really is. Not a touch. A gap in the prediction. A tiny crack where the unfiltered world gets in. And it is the one feeling you can never give yourself, because no matter how hard you try, you will always see yourself coming.